part of the Retail Ninja series, and we are still in the first module, which is about vision. So let's look at the bison mindset. In North America's Rocky Mountain ranges, there is one species of animal that is renowned for running rings over the others when it comes to protecting itself against the violent storms common to the region. While other species flee westward in the same direction as the storm in an attempt to outrun it, only to get caught as the storm continues to chase them. The American bison takes a different approach. Rather than running in the opposite direction, the bison deliberately turns to face the storm head-on. A remarkably intelligent animal known for its tenacity and resilience, the American bison has learned that trying to outrun a storm is simply futile. By facing the storm head-on, the bison has figured out that a few moments of intensity will result in finding safety in the storm's aftermath far more quickly than if it were to follow the other animals and run the other way. The American bison has figured out the answer to a problem many humans fail to grasp in their lifetime: the need to be prepared to fear put aside and tackle a challenge, no matter how great, head-on. Those that run away from a challenge find that, like the storm, it will continue to follow them, making the sense of fear and the problem itself even greater than they were at the start. So the most successful people in the world have the same fears that everyone else has. The difference lies in the fact that they know how to put their fears to good use. So like the American bison, successful people have the resilience, tenacious mindset that enables them to put their fears to good use. In other words, courage is not the absence of fear, it is the will to overcome it so that fear becomes the driver as opposed to the dictator. With the unprecedented pace of change we all face today, holding on to ideas that worked in the past will no longer suffice. Leaders today and the future must be adaptable to change at all times. In other words, change is no longer something you need to manage periodically. It's the new norm. This isn't just about being ready for change. It's equally about developing an appetite for change. Making change a project within a business is the old story. Developing a fast-moving, agile business is the new goal. So while these shifts require huge movements in organizational mindset, it's not about getting the whole organization into the new way of thinking. It's about harnessing the will of a small group of dedicated people and surrounding them with the support they need to push the edges of what your organization is about, so it becomes perceived as number one in the marketplace. In facing large challenges such as shifts in market trends, the best thing to do is to bring the team together to evaluate the change, consider the variables, plan a course of action, and mobilize the troops to implement the plan. But if, as a team leader, you find your course of action isn't working according to plan at any point along the way, then there is absolutely no shame in changing tact, provided, of course, the change is well communicated to all involved. In fact, the wise leader realizes that holding on to an idea simply for the sake of pride will lose the respect he or she holds with the rest of his or her team, especially if the idea originated with him or her in the first place. Remember, unlike the lion, the golden retriever, and the rabbit, the elephant is not dictated by his ego, reliant on the approval of others, or hoping the problem will simply resolve itself. The elephant has the strength of character to learn from a mistake and move on, comfortable in the knowledge that the new way is even better. The metamorphosis of literally like a silkworm becoming a butterfly. This is not an overnight fix. We will need to take baby steps. We will achieve amazing things in our lives. There will be moments you feel like giving up, and I can assure you guys, I've felt this many times. I felt the same. Resistance will come in all forms, can be even coming from our own family at times. But have the faith and trust in yourself. This is your life, and you all deserve to achieve greatness. This is the marathon, not a sprint. It's about growth. It's about personal development.